Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dustin, and it is a cold morning here in Florida. I think it's like the last cold day of the year. It's like 60 something. Long sleeve shirt. Anyway, today I'm going to show you guys my new, from the year 1992, truck. This is a Chevy C1500 work truck edition, the WT edition. And yeah, it's new to me. I got it for 500 bucks. It's kind of a piece of crap, and we're gonna fix it. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, so a lot of you may be wondering, what am I doing with this truck? Well, for the most part, I'm just gonna get it working first. Like I said, I got this for 500 bucks from a friend of my dad's. He was getting rid of it, and it quote unquote needed work. It was thought that the intake manifold gasket was busted and it was causing coolant to get into the oil, which it was. But when I was able to put coolant in it, change the oil over at the dude's house, and then drive it home, the whole time driving home it was spewing out white smoke out the exhaust, which generally that is a head gasket. I even stopped halfway home to refill the radiator, which was about 3/4 of the way empty by that point. Reminder, about 10 minutes before that I had filled it up, but I didn't have a way to get it towed or anything, so I got it home. It didn't kill me. Now I got it home, stopped, parked it, whatever, and an hour later I came back out here to try to move it forward, and it went clunk, and the starter now just buzzes, which means I probably messed up the starter. I suspected it was hydrolocked because of the leak of the coolant, and lo and behold, I took out the spark plug of that back cylinder and coolant came rushing out, which tells me it was hydrolocked. So I'm hoping I didn't do any damage, but we'll find out. And yeah, so as I said, this is a 92 Chevy C1500 WT edition. Like I said, needs work, but got it cheap. I was confident that even if I couldn't get this engine working, I could put a different engine in there and sell it for a profit if I needed to. I want to try to get it going, but we're going to see what I can do. So far, I know it needs gaskets, head gasket, all that kind of stuff. I've been considering rebuilding, but I don't really want to, but I might if it comes to it. This vehicle has 254,000 miles on it, and it was taken care of by the previous owner. But it sat. The previous owner had got a new vehicle and had this sitting for a while, so there's no telling what happened, and he also let someone else drive it for a little while, and there's no telling if they let it go to hell or not. So yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can take a lot of this apart and get the head gasket changed, the intake manifold gasket changed, see if I can get this thing going to some degree, and go from there. Today is now tomorrow, and by tomorrow I mean like a week later. Welcome back. Truck. Project truck. I need a name for the project truck. So far, I've taken a lot of the front end off, or the front of the engine off. So, like I said in the previous clip, trying to get to the head gaskets, and this truck luckily is pretty simple to do, to actually take things off part and get to it. So I'm almost down to just the valve covers and everything like that. Once I have that bundle of electric wires off, pretty much ready to go and take the valve covers off, take the head off, resurface all that kind of stuff, replace the gaskets, and go from there. Check it out. Whee! Still looks pretty good. I mean, I've been draining stuff, I've been moving stuff. Here's the AC over here. There's a power steering pump over yonder, was all right here. And check this out, all of the parts I have laying out on this table. So we got the AC brackets, throttle body, power steering pump, water pump and cooling fan, alternator, drill bits, my drill, all of the fasteners labeled in bags. If you ever take a lot of stuff apart, label the stuff, put them in baggies and separate them, label them, that way you know what the heck they go to. There are a lot of screws that are similar or whatever, and you're not going to know where they're going to unless you're a professional. And though I know how to work on cars, I'm not a professional. Intake, or air filter thing. Here's a radiator hose. There's the intake, whatever the hell it is. Some spark plugs and some water coolant sensors. It's a new oil filter. Obviously, I'm not at that point yet, but having a table like this to where I can set out all of the stuff and write it down or whatever really useful. It's a lot better than just throwing it into a box. So obviously I'm going to go through and clean all these things. I need to completely redo the intake, or the throttle body. Oh, there's also a pulley. That thing is squeaking like crazy. By the way, having a big old impact wrench. This is battery powered. Say what you want about battery powered ones. I would use air if I had a good air compressor. I got this thing used from work, really cheap. It's freaking awesome. Harbor Freight torque wrench. This is a 1/2 inch. I also have a 3/8 that I just went and got. Again, say what you want about Harbor Freight. I'm not a professional. I don't need Snap-on. Harbor Freight torque wrenches, they're good enough. And since I'm shilling out for things, penetrating oil, PB Blaster. This stuff's freaking awesome too. Not sponsored on any of this stuff, but I'm just telling you what I like to use. So while we're here, I should also just kind of show you the main body of it, because I don't know how much I showed before. Like I said, single cab, long bed, Chevrolet 1500. You can't see it really, but you might be able to make it out right here. It says WT. They took the stickers off, so this is the work truck edition of this vehicle. I'll show you the inside. Like I said, the paint is not great. I'm gonna repaint it. All that good stuff. The only bad part of this is this spot right here. That's the only real tear. Everything else is actually pretty clean. My brother came out here the other day and cleaned the inside, so it's clean. But yeah, it's decently clean. The jack came with it. I'm so excited. It's even got our speaker. I fixed the steering wheel too. Well, not quite, but kind of. The nut was stripped off, and I rethreaded the steering and all that kind of stuff. Steering shaft, put the steering wheel on, all that kind of good stuff. 254K. And look, it's overheating and hasn't been started in a couple days. Well, a couple weeks at this point. And the part that made this whole truck worth it, the fuzzy dice. And then my brother appeared. So yeah, I think this will be the end of this first update video. I'm going to probably upload this and then just make videos as I do it. Not really doing any sort of tutorials or anything like that, but I might do a time lapse when I do the head gaskets. So yeah, cool. So like I said, if you have a name for this truck, write it in the comments and I'll consider all of them. So expect a couple videos here and there about doing this. Like I said, I'm not doing anything special. I'm not doing any sort of tutorials or anything. It's just, here's a project that I'm doing over the next couple months. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, just like it. If you did, like it. Share it if you want, if you're into that kind of thing. And make sure you're subscribed. Because if you're not, well, I don't have a subscriber in that case. So subscribe. Also, if you guys have anything I should 3D print for this, 3D printed stuff, accessories and all that, give me ideas. That'd be pretty cool. I want to do some 3D printing stuff to make this truck a little cooler, because like I said, I'm going to repaint it and everything, make it look nice. So anyway, I'm going to get out of y'all's hair. Until the next video, I'll see y'all later.